a scenario where Thailand forms an empire. So obviously, here we go. We got Thailand in red here, and they're going to be red for the whole thing. There's going to be some allies and everything. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Alright, so let's get into it. So Thailand got probably close to 100 million or more than 50 million people. I'm not sure exactly. Alright, they've got roughly 71 million people, 72. But yeah, they've got enough for anything, same as Indonesia and most of this region. Alright, so they're going to be attacking Laos first. Laos and Cambodia first. So let's get into it. So immediately, Thai troops are going to enter into Cambodia through the east of their country. They're going to make a few spearheads, kind of heading towards Siem Reap. They're going to encircle and capture the city, which is quite a major area in the west of the country. They're also going to enter into southern areas of Laos over here, like that. They're also going to completely send some troops in and split the two in half over here. Now, Thai troops enter into northern Laos and in around the Vientiane, the capital area, and the battle begins. Pretty short battle, and then the capital falls. They reach some land, and Thailand starts to destroy Laos. They're going to push up here, and they're going to encircle the north, just like that. And yeah, they're going to keep going. Not much resistance here. And now the country starts to collapse. Laos just falls apart and completely surrenders. This is going to mean more annexation. No surprise there. So, yep. They're going to continue advancing into Cambodia until eventually this country surrenders, but they were too late to surrender, and instead they just get annexed. No surprise. And yeah, I have another big announcement to make in this episode. So, as I did in a few episodes ago, no, not episode, in this video. A few videos ago, I made the announcement, obviously, about what civilization started over, and then I made a post and everything. But yeah, I've got a new interesting one. So as I said, keep out and there'll be something new, a video we haven't done before on this channel. There's you're gonna find out on some point by either the 30th of December, or I might once again change the date to possibly later on, like 10th of January or something. But yeah, the only thing I'm gonna reveal about it is that it is a game. Yeah, I haven't done anything like it on here. I'm gonna release a mix of videos, and it's gonna help because yeah, we need a variety of content on here. Anyway, back to the video. So we've done all that. And yep, Thailand's going to prepare for its next war. This is going to be a dual war here. They're going to declare war on Malaysia, Brunei, and Myanmar all at the same time. Pretty big war. A lot of land they're trying to take on here. Oh, and also Brunei, yeah. First of all, the first thing Thai troops are going to do are they're simply just going to do that. Thai troops are immediately just going to split off this little peninsula panhandle thing from the rest of Myanmar, and they're going to send hundreds of thousands of troops into this area and basically just capture even more of it. Myanmar's like, whoa, what's that for? And then, yeah, Thailand continues advancing and fully captures the panhandle, which is pretty good. And they're going to actually annex it before the end of the war. They're going to kind of like set in the jungle, and they're going to annex this here right now. So as we can see, yep, full annexation of this peninsula. This little peninsula thing in Myanmar. And that looks, Thailand now looks really cool. So yep. Next, they're going to absolutely flood into the peninsula region of mainland Malaysia. However, Malaysia is able to make a small blockage, and they're going to make a counteroffensive and push a little bit out and hide in the jungle, because they are going to be receiving aid from Indonesia. But meanwhile, because obviously they're going to get strong, Thailand's going to send their navy, which they've had aid from me, because me, yeah, and they're going to kind of encircle this area. And they're going to make multiple landings. First one down here. Second one up here in the north of Malaysia. And the third one just outside Brunei. Brunei eventually does fall, though, pretty quickly. And Malaysia's kind of annoyed because they're like, couldn't you just last a little bit longer? But no, they didn't, so yeah. Then Thai troops are going to split off and completely capture this northern area, and then multiple more landings are going to be made along the coast. Eventually, they're forced to surrender, and the last remaining Malaysian troops will flee into the Indonesian region of Borneo, island of Borneo, the rest of the Borneo, yeah. But then they are able to break the stalemate, and they're going to reach the coast. Thai troops make a massive advance, but Malaysia is able to recapture and once again push off. But these Thai troops, instead of surrendering, are going to keep going down the coast on this side, and this side they're going to capture Malacca, and they're going to push it in half. Also, Thailand declares war on Singapore, and they capture Singapore. Like that. Back to Myanmar. Now they're going to enter into Myanmar properly. And now the country starts to collapse. Thai troops rush through, and the Battle of Naypyidaw capture it pretty quickly. Mandalay is also captured, and yes, that's what happens. So, quick peace treaty here. The rest of Myanmar is going to be annexed into the new Thai Empire. Probably just gonna, but now it's renamed itself to Siamese Empire because it sounds cool. Here we go. Thailand's going to take a break from the wars because they want to get their tourism back up again. Tourism goes back up again, and it's a really nice country to visit with even more land now. But obviously, because it's a video, we don't have that long, so wait a few years. So Thailand's going to come back straight away, and they're going to declare war on Vietnam. However, this time, other countries are going to join in on the side to help out the country being attacked. And one of them is going to be China. I know this is not realistic at all, but the Philippines and Indonesia and East Timor and India, actually, we're all going to join in to help out and gain their own personal gains. They're publicly stating that they're trying to help out, but really they're trying to get stuff. So India would probably just take Myanmar. China would take some land. Yeah. And East Timor as well. So yeah, let's get into this war. So, Thai troops have been actually waiting, and they knew this was going to happen, so they're not that surprised. Maybe not India, but China and stuff, yeah. So they enter into southern Vietnam and capture Ho Chi Minh City. A huge front is created, which splits off Vietnam, and the south kind of collapses. They make one more final counterattack over here, but this is not enough, and eventually they do surrender. And then Northern Vietnam, the Battle of Hanoi, huge battle. Thai troops enter into the southern regions of China. They cut off Vietnam from supplies and eventually surrenders. Thai troops push along the southern coast of China. They reach Guangzhou, huge battle over there. They kind of peace out there. Thai troops even enter into India now. Surprising, but yeah. And then they're even going to declare war on Bangladesh, which is weird. They're like, hey, another neutral country. But that's going to catch both them and India off guard. It's going to open a new front. It's like that. But India makes a counterattack, but it's no use. Battle of Kolkata. Thai troops have a strong foothold in India and China now. Indian troops push back a little bit more of Thai forces, but they are stuck by something like that. Meanwhile, down south over here, the Thai Navy is going to go ahead and capture the Andaman Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They're also going to capture this random little island. They're going to start making some naval landings on Sumatra. Make one up here. And now a huge front over here is happening. Indonesia starts to defend it, but eventually it's too late. And they even make a small landing on Java, but there's a huge, massive wall of people, so they can't. Same with China. Now, Thai troops enter into Borneo. There's not as many people here, so it's a little bit more difficult for Indonesia to defend. Thai special jungle warriors enter in, and they're just going to do that. But the wall of people breaks. Indonesia is Jakarta and starts to collapse. I know it's making it look really easy, but that's supposed to be the point. We're giving them plot armor, so yeah. Well, Indonesia is kind of just, yeah, surrenders. And Papua New Guinea is Thailand's gonna be really nice and like, we don't need all of this. So they're gonna give Papua New Guinea their West Papua. And they're like, hey, that's nice of you. We didn't have to do that. But yeah, they get West Papua, which is nice, and some surrounding islands. Meanwhile, Thailand just is greedy, so they land in the Philippines down here, capture the southern islands, and the Battle of Cebu ends in a Thai victory. Continue advancing, and they get really close to Manila, and then a naval landing occurs up here, and the Philippines gets crushes here. Guangzhou falls. Thai troops continue to advance along the coast here. They even land and capture Taiwan. Thai troops push up even more into China. And they go here. And yeah, they make peace. Just like that. So let's have a peace treaty. Okay, so this peace treaty, a lot has happened, and Thailand's kind of been really harsh on the mainland. So here we have China. They've lost a lot of land, if you remember that before. They had to release a Manchurian puppet state. They had to give up Inner Mongolia. I know it's a little bit bigger, but they didn't give all of it to Mongolia. They had to release Xinjiang as a puppet state. There's a new Himalayan federation, so basically Nepal and Bhutan united after the war because Bhutan got more land, and Nepal just decided, I don't know, it's better economically. And then they also released Tibet, so they just was like, why not just make a joint union? So the Himalayan Federation here. India was split in two, so they have South India. Actually, we'll give them a little bit more because it's not very big. There we go. So there's South India here. Capital is most likely going to be either Mumbai or Bengaluru. North India is probably going to keep New Delhi. Obviously, they lost the panhandle to the east. Bangladesh was absorbed into India, the rest of it, because, I don't know, there's no point of it just leaving like that. So Thailand's obviously here. And then in Pakistan gains some land down here, and all of Kashmir as well as some more. Punjab was released as a puppet state. They annexed some western Philippines and basically the populated areas of Indonesia. And then the rest of Indonesia, so everything that's in here, has been made as, kind of an Indonesian puppet state. And then Papua New Guinea was given West Papua. Alright, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye.